Hey YouTubers, welcome to another phantasmic episode of...
That sounds awful.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Nathan. And today we wonder where we might be if something awful happens to this planet of ours. Something sinister, like an explosion. Or your mother moving into you. That would be pretty bad. But we're gonna do that question and try and answer it along with can a human being fart in space in a little segment we like to call Learn Me Something About That Science.
Science!
Worried about the current state of the planet?
Waiting for the moment when the Earth inevitably, spontaneously explodes.
Concerned the segment that you're watching right now is conducted by two guys that use words like spontaneously combust, the Earth, and inevitable in the same sentence.
You're not alone. And I don't mean in an E.T. or loving kind of way, but all we know for sure is that you are alone. Totally alone. Exoplanets. Exoplanets is what we're referring to, and NASA has found 7 of these guys. More interesting, they all orbit the same sun.
Well, even more interesting than your even more interesting is all 7 of these planets are thought to contain water, especially the 3 that are found in the habitable zone, which is just an area where rocky or rock-like planets are thought to be more likely to contain water.
And they are rocky, they're not gaseous planets. Now, if you're worried that our only hope for survival is too far away, fear not, because it's only 40 light years away.
Oh, wow. That's like only 235 trillion miles away, which that'll be no problem since right after this video, I'm sure you're gonna get off your ass and get on that treadmill.
Come on, you said you'd do that 5 days ago.
We're very disappointed in you, Zach and I. Anyway, all these planets are thought to be rocky, but the furthest away is believed to be snowball-like. And I think it's made of kittens and cheese. Then again, I'm not a scientist. I'm a dropout.
What do we know?
Exoplanets reside in a system known as TRAPPIST-1. That was pretty good. Let's do it again.
Yeah, that was like
TRAPPIST-1! You know more about this subject than I do, Zach.
Well, they were named after the telescope that discovered the 3 initial
Chilean,
planets.
correct?
The
Chilean?
Absolutely. It's located in Chile. And then the Spitzer telescope discovered that they all orbit around the same sun.
Oh, that's very interesting, Zach. It sounds like something. It sounds like an ultra cool dwarf-like star.
Yes. That's actually what it discovered is that it's a dwarf star that it orbits around. So very
Ultra
very
cool one. In fact,
cool.
It's the type.
Yes.
You know the type. Dump your head in a bucket of cornstarch and urine. Steal your crush. Throw balls really far. Threaten inanimate objects. Threaten you because you're an inanimate object.
Anyway, the interesting thing about these planets is that they orbit around a sun that is much cooler than ours, so they are able to maintain a much closer distance.
And actually, they're so close that it's thought that from one planet you could look up and see geological features of the other. And anyway, that would be pretty neat. But if you want more information on this subject, you can go to nasa.org. We'll leave a link in the description. And if that's not your cup of tea, or bag of bones, or goat on the boat, or rapist in the tent, we'll leave a link to a kitten video in the description.
Absolutely. I've got one more tidbit of information to leave with you guys. Actually, is that the interesting thing about these planets also is that they are all tidally locked with their orbit around the sun, which means perpetual day and night.
Yeah, you got a little tidbit. Anyway, right now we're going to go to our on-the-field reporter, Tucker, who's going to talk about some interesting stuff.
Field man, Captain Toucan.
Field man! Yeah, let's go to him.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, I need to ask you a question. Sir, do you have a moment? Do you have a moment? I can ask you a quick question about farting. You think you can fart in space? You have a moment, any of you? Hello, it's me, Tucker, Captain Toucan. I have just stepped out of my spacecraft, and I am here to find out what people think about farting in space. Hi there. Do you guys know anything about the decompression of bodily gases in space?
No.
No. What do you think would happen if you were to fart in space?
It would probably just float on forever.
Float on forever? What do you think a fart in space would sound like?
Nothing.
Nothing. I just asked one lady, but she didn't want to be recorded. What do you think a fart in space would sound like? The planets have aligned. All right, what's your name?
Kayla?
Jared.
So have you guys heard about, you've heard about colonizing life on other planets. What are your thoughts on that? Have you heard of any specific ones?
Mars.
Mars?
That's it.
Mars?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to colonize on Mars?
Hell yeah. I'll
that'd
definitely
be
go
cool.
for it.
Marigate, do you mind if I refer to you as a planetary expert? No one said that you would blow up yet. That upsets me. And what's your name, sir?
Mark.
Mark? And what do you think would happen if you were to fart in space? What's your name?
Eric.
Eric? And have you heard of any planets that people might be able to live on in the future?
No.
No? Would you like to live on a different planet if you could? No? You
I like
Earth?
Branson.
You like Branson? Really cool. And ask your dog one more. You look like you're an alien. What planet do you come from? Speaking of breathing, do you think you'd be able to fart in space?
I heard of Alpha Centauri.
And are there planets possible for human habitation out there?
Supposedly that's the closest planet that like Earth, and I don't know how many light years away it is.
What?
Earth sucks.
Earth sucks. And one more question. Do you think you can fart in space?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes, farting in space. All right. Thank you, guys. Would you be willing to go live on another planet?
As long as Trump wasn't our president.
And there you have it. That. Anyway, back to you. Oh. Seems I've been locked out of my spacecraft. Now I'm stuck here forever.
Well, thanks for that, Tucker. I think that people will certainly enjoy this information.
You know, doesn't get any more raw than that, right?
That's pretty raw. I don't want to use any references here because I want everybody to watch these videos.
We'd like to thank you for for all your support. Thank you, Captain Toucan, for your continued patronage.
Otherwise known as Tucker. We're referring to Tucker now, right? Or on the field. I guess it's his name now. Anyway, if you liked our video, subscribe. If you didn't like our video, subscribe. If you liked our video, like. If you didn't like our video, you can still
subscribe anyway.
Subscribe anyway. What are you doing? Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. And I guess we'll see you next week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in a month, in a couple months. Anyway, we'll see you guys later.